Hi, this is Miranda from My Scrappy Life and welcome back to my channel. This is another process video for the Crafty Maven Getaway where I am going to sketch it is my theme. And this is the sketch. It is from November 2018 Page Maps. And I am going to be using that sketch right there. And there's the little sheet that I'm using. And this is Pink Fresh Studios Everyday Musing. I am at a different location for right now. I went over like the weekend, this past weekend, and did a bunch of filming while I was at Crafty, actually Scrapping Amy's house. And we were just scrapping, and I did a couple of challenges, and I did a bunch of process videos and all of that jazz. So I was like, you know what? I'm going to knock out some of my design team layouts while I'm over there. And this particular one, I am doing a sketch. I have the scallop border, chipboard, and just kind of went to town on what the sketch looks like. I follow it pretty much to the T. The only thing that I did change is that it's the layout of the video, like the photos, I should say. And then also a little bit of like how the papers are sitting. I did do them just a tad bit different, but not too much. I did put down this chipboard piece that I did some misting to, so I did do a little bit of mixed media on it. It is like an evergreen color, but I'm not for sure what company it is, only because I was using mixed media products from Scrapping Amy, which is at her house. I don't bring mine with. When I go over to her house to scrapbook and whatnot, I don't bring my products with for mixed media because she has quite a bit and I can be able to use hers as well. So it makes it pretty easy. And when I put this down, the chipboard is a little bit thicker than what I expected. So I was trying to pull that up. And then I'm like, it's not working. And so you may see me stop and I'm chatting with a couple of my friends. Dolly is with us as well, just to kind of get their ideas and takes and whatnot on it. Because that's the beauty of scrapbooking with them, is when you have friends over, it works really well and I love it. And so I'm just placing down and using her adhesive because I didn't bring any of my adhesive with, or at least the foam part of it. I put that up, and then for the most part now, for the rest of this video, you are going to see me dink and bob and play and putz and whatever else have you with all of these layout, or with all of this ephemera that I do have. So this is pretty much all of the ephemera that I have for Pink Fresh Studio right now. Most of it all matches, so I just threw it into one tub and I'm just playing with it. So some of the things that I did put down on this particular layout for sayings is: today is a new day, explore, never stop, super love this, miracles, love, it's not all sunshine and rainbows, but a good amount of it actually is, today is life document, or life collected, present and perfect, happy, shiny, happy people. And that's pretty much all of the, I guess, the little bits and bobs that I have. And I'm just now going through the ephemera. Now what I did is that with this particular one, with the photo, now instead of having two photos, I did do one. And what I decided to do is that I wanted to document this particular photo because, one, it is finishing up another little small trip that I took. And two, because I'm using all of these little bits of sayings, I rode a cable car. Now, to some people, it may be like, oh, that's like an everyday thing. But for me, it is, I was scared to death. I'm definitely scared of heights. And while I was in Europe, and when I explained in some of my videos, I do not do well with heights. And there was one of this suspended walking bridge that is called the Highland 157. That is in Austria, and I could not, I'm telling you, I couldn't go over it. I was so scared. It was blowing across. I couldn't do it. Cable cars are a lot like this, especially for ski trips and stuff. And normally, as long as I'm on the outside and I'm skiing or snowboarding, actually, I don't mind doing those lifts because they go really slow and they're, you're outside, you can feel the air and your adrenaline is going because you're going to get off and just go down the hill. Now, I'm a really good snowboarder, doesn't bother me a bit. However, this cable car was insane for me. I could not do it. And I'm like, oh my gosh. So because of this, I was able to do it. And the family that I went on this trip with, I was nannying. And they were like, well, are you willing to come with and help with our son for this particular part of the trip? And I'm like, yes, of course. I said, as long as you're willing to help me out a little bit to get me through riding this cable car, I am more than willing to watch your son while you go hike in this particular area. There was a spot that is a little bit more tougher for their son. And so I watched their son on top of the ski lift area because during the summertime, like when we went, it is good hiking trails that you can hike. And they wanted to be able to go down and see the Swiss cheese and all that. And I was like, yeah, go ahead. I'll play with your son up there, but as long as you help me get up this cable car. And they did an amazing job for me. Now, I don't freak out and like scream or any of that kind of stuff. I just sit there and I'm just like, oh my gosh, oh my God. I'm kind of like freaking out in my mind, but they were able to talk me through it. And pretty much as long as somebody keeps me talking, I'm pretty good. And I was able to get over this fear. So I'm standing on the ledge to like pretty much fall off to the face of my earth into these Alps. But I absolutely loved the way it turned out. I loved how this photograph turned out and how this layout turned out because I put a bunch of positive vibes because really at the end of the day, I was able to do a lot of vibes for this. So Lord, I got through it. I loved it and I was grateful to be able to document this. And this is pretty much what this is for. And so I'm just going through everything, making sure all of the little bits and bobs and whatever else have you on this layout goes through. And now I'm just putting down all of the glue. So while you're watching me finish up all the glue, make sure you go check over at the Crafty Maven Getaway. Go check out all of the links, as well as make sure you go check the group and all of that stuff. Make sure you go check out their YouTube channel, like and subscribe to theirs, and of course, like and subscribe to mine as well. We do have a fun and amazing hop coming up, so you've got to check that out as well. That's coming up soon for them, so that'll be on my channel too. That's coming up. I love this channel. It gives me inspiration all the way around. I hope this is inspiration for you to go grab page map sketches and do up a sketch as well. And of course, make sure that you like and subscribe to my channel too, because obviously I do a bunch of stuff on here. I do upload at least 2 to 3 times a week. And obviously I do have my design teams, but for the most part, most of them don't really have a theme. I can do kind of whatever I want, and that's a wonderful thing. I love that idea. I love that part of it. And I hope that you like what is on my channel as well, that if you are new, welcome. And I am glad to have you here. I ended up getting tons of new subscribers along the way in the last few months, so thank you and welcome. And now I'm just pretty much finishing up. The last thing that I do put on here is something new that I've never used, which is the Nuvo drops. I ended up getting out the periwinkle, and you will see me dig through scrapping Amy's pile of Nuvo drops. She has a lot. And now I'm just finishing up with the stickers. And I'm just finishing up on the bottom. I do put the little stickers. Sorry, I'm a little bit off screen. Like I said, I am at a friend's house. So, when you do up some of the layouts, it tends to just, it happens to get off screen just a tad bit because it's not set up the same way. But I am working through all of this and it looks amazing. I absolutely loved how this layout turned out. I was at Amy's house doing the Secret Not Secret Kit Club's online crop, and I wanted to follow one of their challenges and then also, of course, get one of my design teams done too. layouts along the way. And this is looking amazing. And I do get out the Nuvo drops because I'm like, something's missing. I was trying to do sequence, but Amy reminded me that, you know what, Nuvo drops works as well. And so she got out the tub for me, or like her binder, and here I go. Look at all these Nuvo drops she's got. She has got a ton. So I'm just going through them, and I found one that's for periwinkle, and I used that one instead. And it's kind of, you can't see it on camera, but I promise you it is glittery, and it is a purple color. And I just put the little spots everywhere I go, just like I do if it was a sequence mix or splatters. So the still shots are coming up. Make sure that you like and subscribe to both channels. Check everybody out, and I hope to talk to you soon. Bye!